GGGaming's race day preview for Kenilworth on Wednesday the 9th of June. We've got 8 races for you, quite competitive, and also includes 2 feature races. We've got 2 listed events. We've got the World Sports Betting Perfect Promise Sprint. We've also got the World Sports Betting Somerset Stakes. 2 listed events and 2 cracking contests that we're going to be bringing you. But let's go straight to race number 1. And this is the Welcome to Cape Racing maiden plate over 1,200 metres. And here, my first choice is going to go with the 9 Dragonfly. Has been improving each start, looks set to have the best raced form, and looks to have quite a nice chance in this type of contest. There are obviously a couple of very nicely bred individuals that are going to be making their debuts, and one of them will be number 4, All Around the World. So a really well-bred Oasis Dream 2-year-old, and could be anything. So keep a good eye on the marketplace, see what's happening in the betting markets, because if it's well above average, well, it could have the beating of this field as well. So I'm going to go with the first time of the debutant by Oasis Dream to run second, so 9 from 4. And then for third, I'm going to go with the 8 Double Superlative. This is a twice-over newcomer, and again, there's been a little bit of word for this one, and it might well be able to make it into the places. But 9, 4 and 8, a trappy first affair. Make sure you have a good look at them as they make their way down to the start. Race number 2 is the tabonline.co.za. It's a maiden plate over 1,200 metres, and here I'm going to go with number 8 to come out on top, and that's a Mamsam Toti. She is beautifully bred. She's got the right type of stallion. She's got certainly the right type of mare behind her, and she looks set to have a cracking second run. She was impressive on debut, just went down, and I think a Mamsam Toti number 8 is going to be the best bet on the card. Firm first choice for me, a Mamsam Toti. I think she'll win it. For second, I'm going to go with the 6 Queen Mercury. Was third on debut over this course in distance, and again, there should be just natural improvement to come on and should be good enough for that exacta position. And then for third, I'm going with the 7 horse, that is Tamil Tiger. Also, not a bad debut, finishing 4th on that occasion. Again, more improvement back home, I'm sure, and they'll be expecting a bold showing as well. So 8, 6 and 7, the selections for race number 2. Best bet, though, is number 8, a Mamsam Toti. Well, let's move on to race number 3. This is the Urban Tonic Merit-rated 8-year handicap over 1,200 metres. And here I'm going to go with number 1, Captain Dizzy. He's been a revelation since being gelded. He's ultra consistent. He just doesn't know how to run a bad race. He gives of his best each and every time. And I think he's going to give another game performance here on Wednesday. For second, I'm going to go with number 2, is Zapa. Unbeaten down the straight, and obviously reverts to a trip and track that he really is comfortable with, and certainly could make a case for him. And then for third, I'm going with the 3, Fort Red. He's actually shown some really good sprint form, and this might be his better trip. So he comes into the fray, and I think he could be some good value as well. He could be a nice each-way prospect. Fort Red has got the beating of this field if everything goes according to plan. He does represent some solid value. All right, let's move on to race number 4. Race number 4 is the caperacing.co.za. It's a merit-rated 8-year divided handicap for fillies and mares. And here my first choice is going to be the 3 KT2. Really was an impressive debut winner, trotted away from them, and I think there could be a lot more to come. She appears to be going the right way. She appears to be getting stronger and maturing, and I think that she's going to be a live wire here in race number 4. For second, I'm going to go with number 7, Golden Dar. This is a filly who I've been following for a while. She looks to be getting better with racing. I think she's going to certainly improve as she gets a little bit older and a little bit stronger, and she could be a nice opportunity for her to run on again and be competitive. So Golden Dar for second, and then for third, I'm going to go with the 4 horse Tallahassee. This is a horse that's down in class now, and I think, again, could have more improvement to come. So 3, 7 and 4, the selections for race number 4. Right, moving on to race number 5. This is the Computer Form Online Merit Rated. This is a 97, a divided handicap, and again for fillies and mares. Here my first choice is going to be the 8 horse Lilac Sensation. Again, looks to be going the right way, does have a progressive look about her, and I think could be one that they're all going to have to beat here. Nice first choice for me. For second, I'm going with the 7, Pretty Betty. Good, big, strong filly, and I think she's going to just get better with racing. And certainly nice to see the Mike Stewart yard in top form, and they really are running consistently, and they certainly represent some value as well. So 7 for second, that's Pretty Betty, and then for third, I'm going with the 6, Starboard. Another progressive type of horse, another one who could certainly put his hand up and contend for top honours, and I think it's going to be a nice competitive fillies and mares handicap. Right at the top there, merit rated 97, some nice fillies that we can keep an eye on, but 8, 7 and 6, the selections for race number 5. Race number 6, the World Sports Betting Perfect Promise Sprint, a listed event, and a lovely race as well. And here I'm going to go with number 1, Kissing Point. Has done absolutely nothing wrong. Has won 2 from 2, and has not just won them, has actually won them in impressive style. So she's going to be my first choice. For second, I'm going to go with the 6, Winter Mosaic, coming off a little bit of a rest, and certainly has got some cracking form. If that form line has carried through from that break and she's going to be race ready, well, she could really make a case for winning and coming out on top. And then for third, I'm going to go with number 2, Santa Maria. She was a course and distance winner last time out, and she certainly looks another one that is progressive, that's improving all the while, and I'm going to make her my third selection. First of the features, race number 6. I'm going 1, 6 and 2. Race number 7 is the World Sports Betting Somerset 1200, another listed event, this time for the boys. Ultra impressive winner was Ravensthorpe. He really was easy winner. I think he won by just over 6 lengths. There's been some form coming out behind him that also has been franked, and he does look the real deal. So Ravensthorpe, for me, does look set to go in and land this little mini feature. For second, I'm going to go with the 2, Barcelona. He's been knocking at the door, albeit maybe a little bit disappointing. I really would have thought he probably could have notched up another win by now. He gets an opportunity here in this small feature, and if he brings his A game, Barcelona cannot be ignored. And then for third, I'm going to go with the 7 horse, Trip of Fortune. He's beaten older horses before, and he comes into this race in good form, and he could also put his hand up and vie for top honours. 6, 2 and 7 then, the selections for race number 7. Race number 8 is the Racing Association merit rated 84, a handicap over 1400 metres. I'm going with the 1 here, Giacomo Puccini. This is a horse that has been so consistent. He's got a bit of a wideish draw, but I think he's probably good enough to be able to get away with it. And I do think he's the type of horse that's just going to keep on improving. So he's going to be a narrow first choice for me. For second, I'm going to go with the 7, Double Charge. Again, very consistent, doesn't know how to run a bad race, and he'll put his hand up and say, you know what, I'm in this race, and Giacomo Puccini could be one that suffers a defeat from the hands of Double Charge. Not much separating those two. They could certainly be roving banker materials for the last quartet. And then for third, I'm going to go with number 3, Irish Tractor. He's definitely better than his last couple of runs have shown. He's been freshened up, and if he runs to his true ability, well, he could certainly have a say in this type of field. 1, 7 and 3, the selections for the 8th and final out at Kenilworth. Right, let's take you through the exotics, our suggested place accumulator for our Wednesday meeting. I'm going Banker 8, which is a Mamsen Toti, onto 1, 2 and 3, by 3 and 7, by 7 and 8, by 1 and 6, by Banker 6 Ravensthorpe, by 1, 3 and 7. I'll repeat those numbers for you. 8 by 1, 2, 3, by 3 and 7, by 7 and 8, by 1 and 6, by Banker 6, by 1, 3 and 7. Pick 6, well, we've got quite a wide one here, so just take a percentage. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 12, by 3, 4, 7 and 10, by 6, 7, 8, 9, by 1, 2, 3, 6, by Banker 6, by 1, 3 and 7. Those pick 6 numbers again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, by 3, 4, 7 and 10, by 6, 7, 8, 9, by 1, 2, 3, 6, by Banker 6, by 1, 3 and 7. A reminder, GGGaming offer you a double stretch with my best bet and best value bet. Best bet then is definitely going to be race 2, a Mamsen Toti. I think that one looks set to give a really good polished performance. And best value comes in race number 3. That's number 3, Fort Red. So race 3, number 3, Fort Red. Decent odds available. I think he's going to be competitive back down the sprint trip. GGGaming brings you this preview. Enjoy your racing out at Kenilworth.